let's talk about the videos. What is the first video I got? Chat, I have like a bunch of links in my tabs. Links, I think like 4 tabs out of all of them, like, are the ones I wanted to react to. There's a bunch of them. But the first fucking link I see is this. Right. What did I actually want to watch? Okay, so who remembers Sleepy Ren? Because this is very important for context. Who remembers Sleepy Ren? He was like one of the first videos I made on... Well, I reacted to one of the videos a few months ago. He was the guy who was like very confused about what the fuck to do, and he kept blaming literally everything else but... like you know, himself just not liking the game or being bored. His friend suggested he would write fan fiction of his character or something like that. Is he the Catmom guy? No, different one. That's Lynx. This is Sleepy Ren. Sleepy Ren was like it was the person who was giving a lot of excuses why he's unhappy with the game, while at the same time messing up dungeon mechanics. Is that one guy? Oh no, it's the ERP guy. That's a lot of them. Anyways, he quit 14. I've seen that he released this video, but when he released, I didn't pay it no mind, because most of these videos are pretty much the same. You know, they use the same reasoning. But someone did point it out when they sent me this video. They said, and their quote. Let me find this quote. I'm not gonna out them, but their quote is, "This is Link's Kameli level of stupid." So, if it's not funny or stupid, like this person is claiming, I will kill someone. If yes, I guess we got content. So let's see what Sleepy Ren has to say this time. Because last time I remember him, he was already very unhappy about the content he was playing. Chat, how's the volume?
I'm quitting Final Fantasy XIV. I feel like I personally need to make this video because I don't think I'll be making or posting FF content for the foreseeable future, and most people that are subscribed to this channel are here for FF stuff. There are a few reasons as to why I haven't been playing Final Fantasy for the last year that I'll go over. Most of this stuff has already been talked about, so I will briefly give my opinion once again, but the game doesn't offer me anything worth playing for at the moment. Endwalker was probably top 3 all-time gaming moments for me, but post Endwalker has been an absolute dud. I personally didn't like the void...
I mean, okay, I get post Endwalker, and I get enjoy Endwalker, but I also remember this guy literally not wanting to leave the game because he had a house.
Storyline, the repetitive dungeon layouts, the lackluster extremes...
Chad, who the fuck plays MMOs for dungeons? I get like World of Warcraft, they have Mythic Plus. There's specifically replayability content around dungeons. But who the fuck plays 14 for dungeons? Like, hold on, did he say dungeon layout? Let me...
Probably top 3 all-time gaming moments for me, but post Endwalker has been an absolute dud. I personally didn't like the Void storyline.
The Void storyline, okay, I kind of get that. There was a lot of like just bland in between that people didn't like. And that's fair, honestly, but the ending to that story was really good. Animated cutscenes, voice work, and the conclusion. It was really good.
The repetitive dungeon layouts,
repetitive dungeon layouts. I mean, I kind of see where he's coming from, but like it shouldn't be a point why you're quitting a game. Like you have a lot of other reasons, but like nobody really joins. You know, like, especially as someone who has played this game, like, you have played this game for a while, we know this. You've played this game for years, and it's like, if dungeons are, like, the straw you're going to be grasping for as a reason to quit the game as well, it's like, again, I think, like, the point we had when we were watching his previous video was that he's just super fucking bored. But everyone keeps giving him really weird fucking advice what to do, like write fan fiction for his OC or whatever. But it just feels like he's just... And his excuse for not leaving the game was like something about having a house, and it's like the most dumbest fucking excuses. And it's like... Just say you're bored. Just say you don't want to play the game anymore, or you grew out of it. I don't know. But it's like you're grasping a really, really fucking, like the bottom of the barrel isn't that fucking low for you to grasp for. Excuses.
Cluster extremes and a miserable raid tier. All
Wait, what did you say about extremes?
gaming moments for me, but post Endwalker has been an absolute dud. I personally didn't like the Void storyline, the repetitive dungeon layouts, the lackluster extremes, and a miserable raid tier.
Lackluster extremes. Some extremes were really good, but some were really fucking shit this expansion. But there were more good extremes than bad, so I disagree on this one. I know there were like some lacklusters, like Golbus. Golbus was lackluster. What else? I guess Rubicante was very fucking weird and lackluster as well. But some of the other ones, nah. You need to play more.
Here. Although I did like the third tier, it just wasn't comparable to Eden's. I think Eden's overall was a lot better. I never ended up going into DSR top as I don't have the patience to find 7 people with matching schedules and personalities.
Go Party Finder. Go Party Finder, man. It's like, also, hold on. Are you using other people's... Wait, what? Hold on. Let me hear this.
Eden's overall was a lot better. I
kind of agree that Eden had a lot more fun fights. We do have a very unique fights in the current like rating tiers, but yeah, I do think Eden was more fun. Yeah, I agree on that one.
Ended up going into DSR top as I don't have the patience to find 7 people with matching schedules and personalities.
That's a stupid excuse though. It's like the reason you're quitting the game is because you don't have patience. That's it. That's gotta be the same work in any other fucking game or MMO. You gotta have patience until you find matching schedules and personality matches. It's like that is a stupid reason.
I mean, everybody who's been in a static knows how difficult it is to find 7 like-minded individuals, and
This is the QD video all over again. This is just a lot of generalization, and the fact that he's like about to go into detail just shows me that this is literally just very lazy thinking. Because like the moment you said you don't have patience to find matching schedules and matching personalities, which implies that it is possible, but the problem here is you. That's it. Because there are statics. I've met a bunch of statics. You can also raid in Party Finder. You can find a lot of people you can raid with. But it's like if you don't have a patience to gather a static or even like attempt it at this point, from what I'm gathering, it's like the problem isn't with the game, it's with you. However, like you already phrased it in a way that the problem is with you and not with the game.
every static that I've been in or been a part of has ended in drama and infighting. I want to play the game, not work a part-time job or be a therapist for little Emily who can't do a damage rotation when not healing. Now,
But holy shit. Chad, how many of you just heard what he just said and think, I think the issue is with this guy and not with Emily? Because he is just literally just immediately pointing fingers like at a lot of people. Like, I don't have patience for these people. I don't want to be a therapist. I don't want to. This person is doing substandard DPS. It's like, you are very lazy. You are lazy. And impatient. It's like, I get it, you don't have patience, but that is part of the process. That's going to be the same thing if you go to Lost Ark, World of Warcraft, any other fucking game where you have to do group content. You want to raid like at a certain schedule. That's on you. You gotta find people who have similar schedule, and if their personality matches. Worst case scenario, make the static yourself. Eventually you will make one specifically that's up to your needs. But like, if you're literally just trying to like throw... Also, let me move myself because he's underneath me. That's weird. But if like your excuses are specifically like, I don't have patience, these people don't match personality, I don't want to be a therapist, these people do low DP, that's already a lot of excuses. And it, like, when you start talking like that and blaming literally everything else but yourself, there's the highest statistically probability is that those static didn't work out because of you, for you. who knows? Like, I don't know. Maybe those statics worked out after he left. But like, if you're talking like this about the statics you were part of, chances are the problem is you. People like him is why I'm apprehensive about trying to rate stuff. It's just people like this that are just being lazy and literally blaming everything else but themselves. Why things fall apart. Like, I promise you, like from what I know, this person is not really, you know, the best or active or high-end player. But from what I've gathered, he's just like a very inexperienced person, or very impatient, or he thinks he can grasp things at a higher level faster than others. So now, like, his opinion, I don't know, it's like, the way he talks about these things just shows, like, he's inexperienced, and just hints that a lot of these problems are not, like, external, but more internal.
Hello?
Hello? And he's specifically gonna, like, have like, these problems are gonna be in every game. Ah! Static hopper mentality, exactly. So it's like, these problems are gonna be in every game. So it's like, if he wants to talk about FF as much as he wants, but he's gonna need to find other reasons. The ones that don't hint that he is the problem here.
Now, one of the big things I want to talk about is the skill ceiling in general when it comes to FF content. Yes, I know I said I've never been in top or DSR, and those are the pinnacle content of the game.
I mean, you don't have to do specifically top and DSR to have a particular, like, skill. Like, the skill ceiling is, like, obviously it's there, but you can always improve. Like, in this game, however you want to look at it, you can improve. You can be more efficient, you can do more damage, you can be more efficient in healing, you can optimize, you can do different strats from, like, the standard ones to optimize, you know, different aspects. It's like, a lot of people will think, like, once you hit the 2-minute meta, you do your rotation perfectly, that's gonna be it. But it's like, how many people do you know that, and keep in mind that don't use add-ons, that you are aware that do not use any funny fucking add-ons with auto rotations or any, you know, anything else, and are doing their rotation perfectly all the time? There's not gonna be many. Even like the
Was I dripping, or did I happen to see Lala Loki earlier?
Shush, don't interrupt me right now. I'm talking about different things. So, the fucking rail off my train of thought. So, yeah, it's like, the skill ceiling is there, just not there's, like, the 2-minute meta, and people just doing their rotation and doing the 2-minute burst. That's just normal fucking, you know, skill level for the general player. You can go a lot higher. And if he's about to tell me, like, once you learn your opener and your rotation, that's it, he's a dumb fuck.
However, my argument for this is that raiding in Final Fantasy is a
and yeah, back to the point that you don't have to clear top in DSR to prove that you can be a good player.
game of memory. There is no
Game of memory? What? Hold on, let me hear this again.
and those are the pinnacle content of the game. However, my argument for this is that raiding in Final Fantasy is a game of memory.
People in the comments, shut up for 2 seconds. I'm just trying to imagine what he could possibly mean by that. I will continue in a bit. Shut up for 2 seconds. Memorizing strats, I guess? Memorizing the rotation? I guess? Okay, let's hear what he has.
There is no skill expression, or in Link's Camelli's words, no moments of glory. I see a lot of people.
This... I'm trying not to be mean, but like, if you're gonna be this dumb motherfucker that is online, you see people literally shitting on Link's Camelli for that fucking statement. You see people literally complaining about too many limit cut mechanics, which is like the opposite of standstill or anything else. Skill expression as well. There's like multiple fucking opportunities for that. And like, if you clearly haven't seen literally anyone else's fucking videos that reacted about that fucking particular comment. Hell, not even my video. Don't like even watch mine. Watch Arthas, watch Zeno. You are a dumb motherfucker if skill expression is like something you're looking for, because that is not going to be found anywhere. You can find skill expression in League. You can find skill expression in other games, but the skill expression in this game, moments of glory, are shown in a very different way than what you're fucking expecting. There's not gonna be like a way for you. Holy fuck, you dumb motherfucker. People in the chat who are about to tell me you are very rude and you curse a lot, shut the fuck up for 2 seconds. It's just the way I talk, but like this is just upsetting to fucking hear from someone.
People argue that raiding takes a lot of skill, and when looking for people to raid with, you typically want someone with pink logs from a...
That's a stupid argument. No, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for people who use their skill efficiently. Pink logs mean fucking nothing. It means you squeezed out as much damage as possible. It's the skill expression that's gonna be carrying your player. You can find people with purple and blue logs, but will use their abilities in the most efficient way. So being a healer in the dungeon or trial, and your whole party dying, you rezzing them without a healer LB and saving a run doesn't count as a moment of glory. Apparently not. Being a tank with your whole party lying and you finish the boss solo is the moment of glory. Apparently not. Yeah, their definition of moment of glory is kind of like very skewed. There's like no examples. Neither Lynx, neither the Sleepy Ren so far has not presented us with an example of moments of glory. Actually, no, Lynx has presented it, but his example was literally nothing. He just said, if I remember something about like, what about a mage in World of Warcraft? And then like, no fucking example about that. And it's like, the moment I, like, as a World of Warcraft player, like, I immediately started thinking, like, what fucking moment glory do mages have in that game? Time Warp? Is that it? Is that what he's fucking talking about? You cast that twice and that's it? I feel like he just, like, he just wanted to quit the game. So he made a very boring fucking video because he needed to make a weird fucking statement to justify him leaving. Because, like, he needs to, like, justify that it's not his fault and not him just fucking not wanting to play the game anymore. So he like literally took like some bullet points specific from Lynx at this point. All right, fuck it. We're barely 2 minutes in. Let's hear him out.
third-party website where the data is only compiled from people that use some unofficial...
He's literally pointing fingers at everything. He's now going to be pointing fingers at FF logs as well. Dude.
arbitrary number to gauge your skill level.
It doesn't gauge skill level. It just gauges how much damage you've done in a specific run.
Now, to some extent, I can agree that parsing shows the person knows how their class works in terms of rotation or dot application.
Did ChatGPT fucking wrote his script in terms of rotation or dot application? Chat, dot application isn't part of the rotation. Be there, you know, in case you didn't know.
Given they aren't sandbagging their parses, but overall nothing in Final Fantasy is unachievable for the average player.
I mean, that's the same for literally any other game. It's literally for any other game. There's no, you know, epic fucking legendary player that can only achieve the one thing that nobody else did. Because that's how video games work. If someone else can achieve something, the average player, which is the majority of any game, will fucking be able to do that as well. That is a stupid fucking argument, though.
It's just how much time and memorization or studying you put into learning a fight or learning your class.
Literally every other fucking... Is this literally just gonna be a video about him being bored and not wanting to play Final Fantasy anymore? And he's just literally gonna be blaming everything else. I swear to God, if he's gonna bring up fucking ERP or writing fanfiction for your character again, whatever.
We'll use League of Legends for an example.
Okay. We'll use League of Legends as an example, okay.
Here, you can play the game for a decade and still be in the same place you were 10 years ago.
That's not true, no. First of all, the game fucking changes every 3 or 4 years. Graphically and the game and everything else, you're already playing a different game. If you're playing a game for 10 years, chances are you're not looking to improve then. Because people who try to improve, do the studying and memorization that you fucking pointed out earlier, those people will improve. But if you're just playing a game for 10 years and you're in the same place, chances are you're the person that just plays, you know, normal draft, not ranked. You're the person that plays ARAM. You're the person that's not looking to improve. I feel like that player is you, Sleepy. Because so far from what you said, it's like, you in your own words, you haven't achieved the pinnacle, whatever your definition of pinnacle rating is, but you're comparing yourself to people who are literally the same as you so far.
but that'll never be the case in Final Fantasy. If you want to get better, it's quite easy. I even made a short list I'll put right here.
Okay, hold on. Let's read this. Skilled XAV raters, perma adjusting, consistency, faint mid usage. Is that wait what? Okay. Average XAV raters, perma grief. You just know this person is just fucking salty. He's just like, he was bullied in Party Finder. He was bullied in statics. Cause what the fuck is this argument? Perma griefing. That is a stupid argument. You're dumb. Remember rotation. Remember mechanics. I guess. So remember rotation. Remember mechanics. Same as consistency. Okay. Cool. They're very close to each other. I guess. Below average XAV raters. Perma dying. Doesn't know rotation. Low DPS can resolve mechanics. And by the way, I promise you, this person right here. This person below average. Even if he's perma dying, doesn't know rotation. Low DPS. Sure. Can resolve mechanics. This person is gonna have more fun than Sleepy. I promise you that. Wait, hold on. After this video, I have something... I'm just remembering something, actually. I did check some more content from Sleepy previously. I'm just remembering something. I will bring this up later.
From skilled to below average players and how simple it is to get good. Which brings me to my next point. The category of skilled 14 players isn't that far from the skill floor. The biggest difference between a good and a bad player is whether or not you can adjust based on the people around you.
No, that's stupid. You will feel such a vast difference once everyone is efficient in your group. Just adjusting to literally to people around you, that is a... Remember mechanics. Who are you fucking adjusting for?
An example of that would be if you see someone in your spot or somebody else's spot, you just go to their spot to resolve the mechanic.
That's not gonna work. In a lot of mechanics, people need to be self-efficient. I feel like he's like raiding a lot of normal raids. Maybe done some savage, but it sounds like he's just too fucking inexperienced. Like he says he's done Eden raid. In what fucking position? Like, let's just take E12S, for example. The last fight, a good example. Fucking Titan Junction. With which person are you gonna swap places for safe spots and not wipe your raid after with an explosion? Because you're gonna be missing a person after that for sure. Like, which mechanic is like, you're gonna swap places with... Like, I would like some examples in this, because this example is so poor. It's like, we've stepped away from mechanics where it's possible to swap places for mechanics since Shadowbringer. So I'm either assuming this player hasn't played since like for over 2 years, just like Lynx, or he's just talking out of his ass right now just to make excuses.
It's literally that simple. I remember when being a legend...
He says it's simple, but it's like, I feel like these things do apply to him. And
was coveted 3 to 4 years ago. Now I see legends and it's like, damn, that person has really good memory. Now you might say...
That's just, what the fuck is he talking about? My god. Chat, as a triple legend, and I don't, like, most of the time I will not flaunt my fucking achievement, but as a triple legend, I will tell you, just having a good memory is not enough to clear ultimates. Ow. Just having a good fucking memory is not enough to clear ultimates. Consistency, mechanical ability, your rotation is going to be also playing a big role, cooldown mitigation, etc. It's like, just having a good memory is not going to be enough to clear an ultimate. Like,
but you've never cleared top or DSR, so what do you know? Well, that's like saying, why doesn't the head coach of Argentina swap places with Messi?
Because the head coach of Argentina is old. He probably already played. He's a retired player. There's a reason we don't see players past the age of 40 or 50. They retire, become businessmen or coaches. What the fuck are you talking about, you dumb fuck? Fuck's sake. There's a... You absolute fucking moron. Holy shit. Oh. Sorry, okay, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
The coach doesn't play because he can see the game much better. What I'm saying is that I don't need to do it to understand it.
No, see, I agree and disagree with you. Sometimes to understand content. You don't exactly have to experience it. Sometimes you just need to watch it, you need to study it. You need to be a bit, at least in some sense, involved with it. Yeah, like a coach or whatever, observer, analyst. There's always a ninth player in some statics they're enrolled for first place. Okay, fair enough. But from what you're telling me, you do not understand the content. You do not understand what the fuck you're talking about. You are literally pulling shit out of your ass right now because you haven't studied up or been involved. Because, like, just the coaches know about the game. The coaches know about what's happening on the field. They have vast experience and knowledge. You do not. You were not involved with the content. You clearly haven't studied up on it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making stupid excuses like you just need a good memory for it. No, I think he just watches a lot of Asmongold videos. Because I'm pretty sure I've heard Asmongold use the same fucking excuse. But only Asmongold uses it for something different other than gaming.
My entire point with this is that FF content doesn't feel rewarding to do.
Because you don't do rewarding content.
Now, obviously, this isn't the case for everyone, but
Hold on. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? Wait. Are you fucking kidding me, Sleepy? Oh, hold on. You can't be serious, Sleepy. Sleepy, you can't be fucking serious. Okay. Sleepy, you have 5 savage kills this entire fucking expansion. You can't be fucking serious right now with what you're saying. Obviously, he doesn't clear this. He didn't clear it. Anyway. He cleared... Oh, fuck's sake. You've cleared 1 ultimate. It's Uwu. And I'm gonna bring... And I'm gonna... By the way, chat, I'm gonna... Because I remember I watched his Uwu clear. I enjoyed watching it, but for different reasons than what I'm gonna bring it up for here. Okay, let's check Shadowbringers. Okay. Okay, let's say for sake of argument, he didn't log. But, like, so far, he literally... He so far has brought up literally nothing that can put him into the position of a coach. Let's check extremes. Might as well. Motherfucker. You cannot be serious. Arbitrary numbers, yeah, etc. It's not difficult to have a good memory and get bank power assists. Like, for someone who talks so much, are you fucking kidding me? This is all you've done. Zodiac and Heidelin, that's all you've done this entire fucking expansion. Everything else you've cleared on normal. Sleepy? At this point, holy fuck, even Despair is cleared more than you. Holy shit. Even Cole cleared more than you. You literally have no space to fucking talk about anything. Any extremes in Shadowbringer? Hold on. Okay, let's say he wasn't logging. I'm just gonna, like, dismiss Shadowbringers in general. Because, like, whatever the fuck he said about eating a raid, he has literally no valid fucking information. Because, like, he's done nothing this entire fucking expansion. He's cleared 2 savage fights. Barely. And he's fucking gloating about normal, right? What? Sleepy, you're not a fucking coach, because again, you need experience, you need something to show. There's a reason coaches get hired, because they have something to show for it. Experience, knowledge, years in the field, etc. But it's like, they don't just, look at the game, because then every other fucking fan, some fucking little Timmy's aggressive alcoholic dad who keeps screaming at the TV, pass the ball, even he can be a fucking coach then, by your fucking stupid definition. You are just... Holy shit. I'm back. What happened? We realized that Raijin considers himself a coach when it comes to experience in 14. That's why he has such a vast fucking good experience and opinion. But turns out he has nothing to back up any of his claims. He has literally nothing to fucking back up. It's like being pretty much like that example. Like he's just a fucking art critique that doesn't know how to draw. He has no fucking idea about anything. He not even that, like, art critiques kind of fucking, they've seen enough art, they've experienced, but he just has no experience, like, whatsoever. Ow. Oh no, not the FFX AV coach, yeah, exactly.
Personally, spamming 1-2-3 over and over again for 4 hours at a time in a mid-core prog setting just isn't for me.
Yeah, you're a casual player. Mid-core prog is not for you. It's a bit too high. It's a bit above your level, Sleepy.
Now, I feel especially bad for people who have to PF shit. The amount
We're fine, man. We're doing just fucking fine. PF is blooming right now. So many people are clearing ultimate content, except for you, I
of
guess.
people throwing up things like wormhole prog, and you get in, and 3 people in the party don't even know limit cut, and one dude's pet rock unplugged his Ethernet cord.
You're talking a lot of shit for someone who literally, again, you have no experience with this. I know you have no experience because of the shit you're saying. Wormhole prog, but they don't know limit cut. No one, like, people, sure, they will prog lie, but they're not gonna prog fucking, an entire phase in between. They're not gonna lie that they are not aware of like a phase and a half in between. Like, people do prog lie. I will agree on this. Some people will do mess up mechanics earlier than the described prog point. But no one's that fucking stupid how you're describing them. You're just talking shit out of your ass. You literally have nothing to back up any of your arguments. You literally heard a lot of memes and shit talk from other people who probably were still recommending you to write, ERP fanfiction of your OC. And you're taking it as fact. That is not a fact.
because he doesn't want to be there. It's pretty unhinged. I think this game would benefit from like Lost Ark, where you clear a phase and you get a checkpoint, and that way you can open PFs for those specific.
See, this is what tells me he's a casual player. He's inconsistent. He's unable to prove his own consistency to clear phases. No one's gonna put checkpoints for fucking phases. No.
Prog points. It would waste less time, and you wouldn't have those issues of people just simply
Again, Sleepy, you waste no time. You wasted no time. You literally did nothing. You're not the one to talk about on these issues.
not knowing mechanics or strats. Now, that's just raiding in a nutshell. Another thing that really bothered me is PvP. If you know me on Final Fantasy, you know that I spent most of my time PvPing.
I mean, that's fair. I know very little about PvP. I know some people who play PvP, but I don't know much about it. But so far, very few of them have been complaining. Just the content creators, to be fair.
one PvP map
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, people that complain about PvP are specifically the people who aren't avid PvP players. They're just like people who do the battle pass and then complain about it. Yeah, because Denial hasn't... Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, nobody's fucking complaining out of specifically PvP players I know. I might double check with them, so don't quote me on this. I might be wrong. But the more I'm thinking about it, I don't remember people specifically complaining about PvP at the moment. Oh well.
map every 8 to 12 months with no proper incentive or meta change makes Crystalline Conflict extremely monotonous.
Meta change. What the fuck does that mean? What, is there a meta right now? Does anyone know about the meta? Is it like queue up for tanks and that's the meta? There's no meta in Crystalline Conflict.
Not only that, the top 10 players are just the same people when trading each and every season.
I kind of agree on the win trading. Win trading is still an issue. It's not as big of an issue as it was before the Crystalline Conflict patch. But I am aware that it's still an issue. But it's not impossible to get into like the top 100 players without having... Like, you can get the rewards from Crystalline Conflict without having to deal with win traders as well. There's still a possibility. I will be the first one to admit that, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Square Enix is still working on it.
There's been 8 seasons now, and if you go look at the leaderboards, you'll find the same names there every season.
You also need to keep in mind, it's like PvP scene is not that big. So if there are, like, even if they are win trading, right? Even if they are win trading, chances are you will also see the same names because there are still the same good fucking PvP players in that community. Because like the PvP community is still a minority. It's literally less than raiding or casual or midcore. PvP is still the smallest part of the community. You're gonna see the same names, however you like. Like, even when you think about PvP, you're gonna think about the same names. Like, see, from content creation. Denial, Frosty still talks about PvP as well. It's like it's got to be the same name. PvP community is just not that big. It's not just the win traders. It's just because the community is very small.
And not because they're good. I mean good by like FF standards.
What is the FF standard? You're not aware of the FF standard. Like, we're barely 5 minutes into this video, and I'm aware that he's not aware of any FF standards.
But in terms of like skill,
Like, oh, I don't want to be mean to him, because like I went into this like expecting a Lynx Camelli funny video, but at this point, he's just like, he's literally just portraying himself as just an incompetent and impatient player, like one of those very, very newbie players who are just very impatient and want good prog now. People need to play around me. Starmer, stop bullying. I'm not bullying. Maybe. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. Because a lot of the stuff he's saying is just like, I don't know.
skill ceiling, you can only go so high in PvP. It's not one of those games where you like can keep improving overall. So like once you hit that skill ceiling, it's pretty much it. Like you are.
Again, you are not aware of the skill ceiling. Talk to the people who actually can talk about this. Like you literally need, like I'm not aware. Like I'm not an avid PvP player, but I know that the skill ceiling is way different in PvP than in PvE, just because you're already playing against other players. You need to outplay them. Sure, there's like the job plays a big role, but it's like you can still outplay them.
You are at the top of the top. You're the best of the best. So like top 100.
That's also a stupid argument. If you're already top of the top and best of the best, what fucking skill ceiling are you talking about? There might be skill ceiling if they unlock higher ranks. Then what's going to be the argument? If you're the top of the top, if you're the best of the best, if you're the fastest racer, if you're the strongest bodybuilder, if you're the most efficient sock knitter, fuck's sake. If you're the best of the best, you cannot improve anymore. Huh? Yes, you can. You are whatever.
In Crystal, or anybody in Crystal at all are probably all around the same skill level. I mean, like that's how Elo works. That's how a rank system works. But
that's not how Elo works. But whatever.
You just can't go anywhere with it. You're ultimately, once you hit Crystal, you're essentially the best. Top 10 doesn't really mean anything, especially when there's just people win trading top 10 spots consistent.
You've got to keep repeating win trading or whatever. Like the top 10 doesn't matter. Okay, let's say top 100. You got into top 100, you got your rewards. You're already one of the top players that's already competing with people who are cheating. There's not 100 fucking win traders. I promise you. At this point, there's not 100 win traders at the top 100. If you're in the top 100, you're clearly winning against win traders, or you're lucky enough to be in their team. Sure. But it's like, it still shows that you got to that point with your skills. No one, like, just fucking stumbles drunkenly, like, oh, how did I end up here? It didn't sneak up on them. They put hours and months and weeks into this. It's like, you're diminishing other people's achievements because you are so shit at the game at this point.
So leaderboards are just garbage. I think overall there aren't enough resources that go into Crystalline Conflict to make it replayable or enjoyable. Again, one new map.
We got a full fucking revamp. We got a new mode. They're getting a lot of new maps. What do you mean? How many more fucking resources do you want to put into this fucking thing? Like, even the PvP players are surprised that we got another fucking extra map this fucking expansion. What are you talking about?
Every 8 months.
I don't think he even like checked the news for the fucking game in a while before even making this video.
You can only play it every 4 to 5 hours. Seems extremely redundant, especially for people that don't play the game 24/7. Right now, I really need to iterate that what you might like and think is amazing is something that I might not like, and of course vice versa. Everything I'm saying is based on either my experience or opinion. Such as, like, if you like AFKing and Limsa, good for you.
Okay, you're just backtracking your own fucking reasoning and excuses at this point. You can fucking say, I know what I'm talking about because I'm like a coach, but then it's also my opinion, and, and my experience, and, like, from what we already gathered, your experience is so fucking minuscule. Your experience is so minuscule. You have nothing to back up your experience or your opinion. Okay, sure. Opinion is, like, whatever. You don't... An opinion is something you don't need to back up, right? But your experience is not something you can. At this point, what I've like figured out about you is that you literally have no idea what you're talking about. Sometimes you'll bring out some good points. I'll agree on them, and then you will literally take a left fucking turn and just fucking ruin the moment. We had a moment, you and I. We locked our eyes and we nodded at each other like very cinematically, like that scene from Fast and Furious, and and then you just fucking crash your car into mine, and I fucking hate you for it.
Man, if you like writing OC lore about your face,
I fucking knew it. He's gonna bring that up. I fucking knew it. Write OC lore. He is very salty that someone suggested he should write fanfiction for his OC from the last video. I fucking knew it.
3 voice 5 cat girl, and how she was an adopted, abused orphan who picked up blacksmith.
This is gonna be the Lynx Camelli thing again, where he's just gonna be hating on people who are actually having fun.
Thing to take care of her 8 younger siblings, then became the Warrior of Light and married Emet-Sel, Grahati, and Estinian all at the same time. Then, also good for you, I guess. But I do not play Final Fantasy for those reasons, and in a previous video I made, I mentioned that personalized content is not real content.
What? Yes, it is. If anything, Final Fantasy XIV is literally all about personalized content, housing, roleplay, events, golden saucer, raiding, ultimate raiding, casual fucking raiding, mount farms, deep dungeon, the fucking operational content, you know, Eureka and Baja. It's the entire fucking game is all about personalized content. You're literally doing Fall Guys event on screen. You're literally doing the Fall Guys event on screen. Some people fucking hated it. Some people fucking loved the shit out of it. I loved it because it was goofy and fun as fuck. Sure, I didn't get the title. I wasn't always winning. Snapshots were fucking cringe sometimes. But it was fun. Just like Fall Guys, it's just a fun fucking mode just to kill time and have fun. This whole game is all about personalized fucking content. You just... you literally just like one thing. You're bad at that one thing. Sometimes you also do PvP. I don't know what's the extent of your PvP fucking enjoyment or skill. But like, your experience in raiding is minuscule and you fucking hate it. Because you're because people aren't catering for you. And... like, you are just hating on other people who just have fun. You have literally no experience in this game at this point. I don't know how long... I know you've played this game for longer than 2 years at this point. Because I've seen your Uwu clear.
Content is something the game's core mechanics offer the general player base, not things that you made up to enjoy yourself.
Why not? What do you mean, why not? There's literally writing and, like, story contests from Square Enix themselves. Oh, why? Just because you like doing something else that's within this game, it doesn't concern me, because I do not believe in your fun. I only believe in my fun.
Which again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I often see people suggesting those things to people who don't.
Again, who are you fucking talking about? Just like last video, I literally even, like, after your video, I talked to people in the comments, I talked to other people I'm aware of, I talked to RP players as well. I went to some venues, I literally wanted to take a second opinion on this. But, like, who fucking suggests this? Who are you talking to? Who are your friends? Like, you keep claiming a lot of this experience. I see a lot of people suggest. I don't. I talk to other people. They also don't. They talk to other people on my behalf as well. Comment section under my video as well. It's like no one, literally, no one is aware of who the fuck you're talking to. Are you talking to, like, the same, like, 2-3 people that you hang out with in the game? So someone probably just whispered him in Limsa. Probably. With like, opinions like this, if I whisper him, like, in Limsa some weird fucking facts, I'm pretty sure he's gonna make a video about it and just use that as an excuse as well.
Have things...
People in Ultimate Raids win trades, and he's gonna be, well, I don't like this game because people are win trading in Ultimate Raids.
They themselves enjoy. I know some of you will say MMORPG, like RPG stands for roleplay. Yeah, I get that, but...
Yeah, that's not a reason, that's just people having fun. What do you mean? I don't think anyone's literally gonna say, like, because it's an MMORPG, you kind of have... No, again, I don't think anyone's saying that.
At the same time, it's an RPG because you are playing a character, within a set story, right? You're equipping your character, you're gearing up your character, you're leveling your...
Chad, all I'm hearing is him just literally just trying to talk down to people who are actually having fun in the game. It's literally like the last video, he's just complaining about other people having fun. And making like... And I feel like, you know what? you know what I think this is? I think this is like that point in the game where he's so fucking bored. He said this to his friends. Like, I'm bored. And they're like, okay, do you want to do this? No, I don't like it. Do you want to do this? No, I don't like it. I hate it. I think it's stupid. Okay, do you want to do this? And they're his friends at their wits' end just suggesting literally just random shit. Like, have you considered doing OC fan fiction or some shit? As a joke at this point. I'm thinking. And he's like, no. But... and I think he's using that as a fucking excuse to, you know, rant on 14 for some reason.
Your character, like your character is essentially like a representation of yourself. I don't necessarily think RPG stands for go sit in Balmung Alley. So there's that. Now
he has a very fucking skewed perception on role-playing, doesn't he? Chad, when I finish building the role-playing fight club in my house, I'm gonna invite him. I'm gonna send him DM, hey Sleepy, I think your videos are kind of cringe. Do you want to come over and do some RP content at my house? He's gonna think something weird, but it's literally just gonna be a fight club.
it's a common practice to absolutely shit on Blizzard at any minor or major mistake they make, and some...
For good reasons. They have a good fucking history of like beyond 7 years at this point of doing a lot of fuck-ups. And ignoring what the players are asking. That is why people are shitting on them for any mistakes. Because there's more mistakes than improvements in that game. In most games. Once you tell me what the fuck is the point of Overwatch 2, we can have this conversation about Blizzard again.
Some things like rightfully so, but the 14 community will absolutely lose their mind when someone says something like Endwalker's midcore content isn't the greatest at the moment.
I mean... Most people will agree on that. Sure, people will defend it, but people are also inexperienced. But no, again, the whole thing about Endwalker is just subjective because of an opinion. Your opinion that you don't like, some people did like. Me, for example, I liked Final Fantasy. I like the post Endwalker, like the entire Void story. I liked it. Because I'm a big like Final Fantasy IV fan, and like all the little Easter eggs, all the references, like yum yum yum, gimme. I adore that shit. I know, but I will be the first one to admit some of it is bland and not for everyone. It was a very, very hit and miss sort of thing.
I'll use Diablo 4 as an example.
Why are you using Diablo 4 of all fucking games as an example? What?
Diablo 4 was released as a full game when it should have been early access.
Correct.
The reviews were extremely negative, and everyone and their grandmother were complaining about it.
For good reasons. It was a dog shit game.
Bring back Rift AA.
I know, right? Rift was so fucking good.
Guess what, though? The devs for D4 heard, and the complaints have been actively solved, or they're in the works of solving them.
Good. But they're also still being shat on. You gotta understand, the reason people shit on Diablo 4, because Diablo 4 came with a lot of bugs that shouldn't be there. With a lot of things that should be in a online MMO sort of environment, action RPG that they made and insisted on making, instead of like Diablo 3, which was also standalone on its own and not just, you know, an MMO. But they remember the whole thing? You lag when you come into town because you loaded everyone's fucking inventory? Then they also released, experience bonus improvements math. And on screen, they released an official fucking YouTube video where the math was wrong. We all fucking laughed at that. The reason people shit on Diablo 4 because it was made with such incompetent fucking prowess. The release was fucking... most of the videos were literally just people keep giving them chance. That's why they keep complaining. And then they started fixing shit. It became some fun, but it's still not fun. It's just not fun to play that game. Like Helltide, nobody fucking liked that. They got some gear from that. But now it's mandatory for you to do Helltide because it's part of, the content, the whole vampire fucking thing. Nobody likes Helltide, but now they're doing it because it's mandatory. And now they're also releasing an expansion that's going to be around $100, for the max version, I'm assuming. But like like you are defending Diablo 4 in the wrong space, my friend. Diablo 4 is still a crap game. Like, anyone in the comments, if you like Diablo 4, and that's valid, if you enjoy that game, please tell me why. I will not shit on you, I will not argue with you, I just want to hear, why do you enjoy Diablo 4? If you don't, honestly, you don't need to tell me that, because I'm pretty sure I know why. So this comparison, like, of the devs hearing and changing the game is poor, because Diablo 4 is performing poorly even after the changes. They're making some changes, some stats didn't fucking work. People were being one-shot by simple mechanics because the math was not working, resistances weren't working. And same with like Final Fantasy 14. Paladin community cried out. In 2 patches, Paladin got reworked. It's so fucking viable right now, it's so good. Like, you cannot tell me that the devs do not fix or adjust anything while also developing the next fucking expansion of an MMO, while still working on this one as well as fixing our shit. You can't do this comparison. This is just not a fair comparison. Not fair to 14. This is literally not fair to Diablo 4. You're literally bringing Diablo 4 into an argument as an argument just for us to shit on Diablo 4 again.
I think player feedback is one of the biggest things when it comes to change. Good.
Yeah, people gave feedback on Paladin. That shit got changed.
Change for any game, right? So when you have a majority or demographic of people being like, hey, I want something like Bozja, or there's...
That is a stupid fucking example. You can't say... Are your expectations that a lot of people are going to give you feedback as a developer, and you have to, like, in the couple of patches, bring out an entire fucking Bozja continent worth of expansion? They said that they're gonna make another fucking Bozja-like content next expansion. They heard the feedback. What are these fucking examples from this guy? I don't think he thinks through his arguments. Like, at first, the way he was talking, it literally read to me like he was reading a ChatGPT script. But now, the more I'm looking at it, he just talked that way, but he just doesn't fucking think through anything.
There's no mid-core content, and there's a majority of people saying that. I think there's an inherent issue.
What are they saying? Who are the majority?
With the game. And if you don't feel that way about it, then I think that's totally fine as well. But that doesn't discredit people who have nothing to do, such as myself. Now, we've all been arguing about whether or not there has been content.
Okay, I'll agree there. It doesn't discredit people who are bored in the game. Your opinion and your feedback is valid. But it needs to have reasoning. It needs to have examples of what kind of fix you would like. Just saying there's no Bozja content this expansion. Yeah, okay. We heard you. We're going to bring back Bozja content next expansion. Should we still keep listening to your feedback? Because you're not giving us anything new now. Because I think everyone has been complaining about this for a while now, and we're at the end of the fucking expansion at this point. This is the tail end. There's got to be like one more patch, at most 2 quality of life patches, right? And like, your feedback is going to change nothing, because the next expansion is going to be coming in with all the feedback inherited with it.
And how post-Endwalker has been either good or bad.
Again, if your argument is just for post-Endwalker, you literally have nothing to say.
But I think objectively, it's been below average. I say this because otherwise, you wouldn't have all these content creators reacting to...
Like you.
...react of a react.
Huh? Hold on.
But I think objectively, it's been below average. I say this because... otherwise, you wouldn't have all these content creators reacting to a react of a react.
Chad, I want you to understand that this react would have happened in either case. Because this react is literally Xeno just telling why he doesn't like World of Warcraft. That's it. That's what he's reacting. World of Warcraft versus 14. This argument, this debate would have happened even if there's content to do. Xeno did React content even, you know, when Top and DSR were current content. He has been doing React content for a while. Same with Zeppelin. That's her whole fucking, you know, mac and cheese right now. But now their whole thing is just a back and forth of arguing between World of Warcraft and 14 and talking about fucking ultra wide screens. Literally nothing in this entire fucking centipede of reaction has anything to do with post Endwalker content. Even if the content was fun, exciting, and we would be doing, Xeno would still be sitting around, surrounded by his friends, while waiting in queue, or, you know, between the, you know, his statics or doing content, he will still sit down and do some React content, because his chat loves React content, and people will react. I'm reacting to content right now as well. And Zeppelin reacted, and then Xeno heard her out, and he, you know, explained why he thinks she's wrong. And this is Zeppelin literally just reacting to her being wrong. This has nothing to do with post Endwalker content, and this would have happened in either case. This is a bad example.
Right.
I do agree that there's a lot of content creators popping up with just React content and just bland and boring content, but there's also a lot of content creators that are popping up with really good original content. Avi is super funny. Her videos are phenomenal. Renan has a lot of like content that's like not just React content, but specifically talking about the game and how good it is. Like not how good it is, but like a lot of like historical argumentation, like a lot of like essay about the game. Like you have so many content creators popping up right now that are so good to watch, and not just because it's post Endwalker and it's boring.
Right? Like, the most recent thing is Zeppelin reacting to Xenosis reacting to Zeppelin reacting to Xenosis about whether or not plugins or add-ons are good or bad, or raid culture and stuff like that. Like,
again, he literally is talking about add-ons and etc. That's what the argument was between those two games. Again, has nothing to do with being bored in post Endwalker content.
if there was content in the game, I promise you the drama would be cut in half.
It would still happen. It would still happen because drama still happens, whether or not people are bored. People can cause drama without being bored. What do you mean? What do you mean?
So I've opened.
These are like very uncorrelating like subjects. It's like people will still like we've had so much drama even when content was booming. Dreadworm Academy happened. Top drama happened. Satellite drama happened. Hacking in DSR happened. Abyssa's cheating from a JP team fucking happened. There's plenty of fucking drama. Pyromancer fucking happened. These are not correlating fucking things. I'm bringing examples that happened before the content dropped.
I've opened a handful of streams just to see what people are doing in the game, right?
Streams are not a fucking indication of what's happening in the game.
And
like, did you open it, like, did you study up on people who are doing content, or did you just one time open a stream, saw a bunch of VTubers just hanging out and talking to people, and thought, game bad?
every single one I clicked on, people were standing around Limsa, looking at adventure plates, or sitting in the golden saucer, waiting for PF to fill, or reacting to videos.
I mean, yeah. It's an MMO, what the fuck? The same thing is literally in World of Warcraft. If I go into World of Warcraft, they're either doing content, or they're running around the main city waiting for Q-Pop for PvP. And they're talking and watching videos. Not a difference. I get it, like in Final Fantasy, right now, there's a lot less to do. There's a lot less to do than in World of Warcraft. In World of Warcraft, there's a lot more like redoable content. Lord of Verminion tournaments, let's go. Hey, I love Lord of Verminion. I do it. I do every tournament, man. But yeah, it's like, again, you're throwing a lot of shade specifically at Final Fantasy 14, but the arguments you're bringing up are literally in every other game. Hell, like let's say some of the most popular content creators. Let's say we talk about Max. I used to watch a lot of Max streams when, like, even when I was playing 14, I would watch his streams. He talks a lot to his chat. He's waiting for, groups to fill. Sure, he does content here and there. He'll join, like, group finder groups. He'll do his, like, undercover, raid leader thing. But most of the time, he's just jumping in the main city hub, talking to chat or watching videos. Like, it's not exclusive because this is an MMO.
You can't tell me that isn't an issue with the game, because if there was
It's not the issue with the game.
stuff to do, you would see people.
This is literally just you wanting to do stuff in the game and you not getting enough stuff to do in the game, and you really want to just stay in the game and do stuff, but the game is just not giving you the stuff you want to do. Ooh, you're angry.
People doing this stuff, especially people who are at endgame, right? You can't convince me that the game is in a good spot overall.
People who... Wait, hold on, what?
You would see people doing this stuff, especially people who are at endgame.
Okay, so people who are not you, okay?
Right? You can't convince me that the game is in a good spot.
98 party finder groups. Everyone's doing ultimates. People are progging. Oh, so some people are doing it Unreal. Some are doing extremes. No, man. Endgame is doing fine. People are still progging. People are still doing this thing. Some of the names I recognize in Party Finder that I've seen for weeks now. People are busy. People are doing stuff. You're just fucking impatient and lazy. At this point, I can't fucking defend any of your points or even be nice about them. Because, like, your points are literally just, like, out of nothing.
Overall.
Maybe you're literally, like, recording this video at, like, 4 a.m. when everyone's asleep and you have, like, fucking 6 Party Finder groups up right now. Though I don't know what server you're on, so... hell if I know at this point, but it's like... a lot of these issues that you're pointing out are literally internal rather than external. Some points you bring up, they're decent, but your argument to those points is just so fucking... You're literally trying to reach for any fucking argument that will at least sound like it's not your fucking problem.
Especially for the mid-core. Most people will say you can't use streamers as a metric for something like this.
I mean, that's true. Majority of players aren't streamers. There's a lot of streamers. A lot of streamers want to stream. But you also need to keep in mind, a lot of players are also streamers. They're not streaming to be streamers. They're not there to entertain. Sometimes it's like they're raiding, and it's good to get clips. Or maybe they want to record clears of them and their teams, and it's literally easier for them to stream than record a video on their PC. You gotta think about these things, because like not everyone who is a streamer in 14 is specifically a streamer. People will literally stream like club activities as a promotion. They're not there to entertain, make money, and create content for the vast majority of the audience. No, not all streamers are streamers.
But in reality, most of the people watching those individuals likely share the same opinion.
No. Just you. You keep praising it in a way that a lot of people agree with me. A lot of people are of the same opinion as me. I see a lot of people agreeing with the same opinion as I have. Like, at this point, it's like, again, we've double-checked your experience. You don't have experience, and at the moment, you don't have any receipts. Like, give me something. You've shown PvP, you've shown Fall Guys, you're showing normal raids.
You see this discourse
Give me something.
every day all over Twitter, YouTube comments, or people making videos about it. That surely means there's an issue. Like, there's just no way around it. Now, if you personally feel like it isn't an issue, that's fantastic, because that means you have stuff to do, or you still have things that you enjoy. But again, that doesn't
How do I know it's normal? Right here in the corner. Actually, hold on. Is this maximum quality? Should be. But yeah, it says in the corner. This is how I know it's normal.
automatically discredit people.
I also know it's normal because he hasn't cleared any Savage clears. There's not a single fucking log. He has done nothing. Let's say he doesn't log. Fair enough. But someone in his group probably does. At least one person in a group will probably log. Just statistically, I'm not saying that's like a justified reason, but like at least one person, if he has multiple clears, chances are someone logged.
That don't have things they enjoy. Another argument that people like to use is, well, have you done the A Realm Reborn extremes? Or they'll say, have you done the sightseeing log? Have you done fishing? Have you done...
Again, this is literally your friend's... I'm confident. This is just his friends literally just grasping for straws, because he literally is declining and denying everything else in the game. Have you tried this? Have you tried this? No, I don't like it. No, this is shit. You're doing this. Don't you enjoy it? No, I hate it. And like, oh, and it's like at this point, his friends are probably just also like sighing, cringing, like, oh, this motherfucker. Have you tried, like, just grasping at straws just to help him out? Have you tried fishing, crafting? I don't know, sightseeing log. Have you go collect some minions here? Have a rock. Go play. Because like a lot of this just sounding like he is just, I don't know. It's like. He's literally just picking out specifically the pieces that will give him an argument. That's it. Otherwise, he's literally just purposely and just turning a blind eye to a lot of the like specifically debate and argument, or just semantics surrounding his own arguments.
Side quests. They will ask you if you've done content from 5 to 10 years ago.
I mean, have you? Because by the looks of it, you haven't. You talked about the Eden rates here, but by the looks of it, you haven't done it.
I promise you.
And that was like just a bit over 2 years ago.
People that are coming to this game now, like new players, that aren't interested in the story or lore or stuff like that, don't want to go back and do A Realm Reborn extremes. So overall, I'm not really enjoying the game like I used to, and I feel like I owe it to myself to make this video so I don't feel bad.
No, you should feel bad. Your arguments are so fucking invalid.
About low.
Not all of them, but most of them are just like argumented so poorly, and your arguments are so invalid. There's too much finger pointing at literally everyone else but yourself. You're not doing yourself favors by just trying to specifically create an output for bad reasoning.
Lower views on videos that aren't Final Fantasy related. Like, if you enjoy my content regardless, I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate you sticking around and still watching stuff. But I plan on leaving the 14th sphere and moving more to like an overall MMO sphere instead, if that...
Bad news?
Might sound crazy, but you don't need to justify yourself to leave a game you don't enjoy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you could just literally say, I'm not enjoying the game anymore. I'm gonna play something else. Done. You don't need to make this fucking, list of excuses. Because these are, at this point, because of how you're phrasing it and presenting it, they're not reasons. They're excuses. That's it.
That makes sense.
At this point, this is just you literally trying to justify that it's the game's fault and not you being bad. You're the person that's literally screaming out fucking snapshots, fucking Square Enix because you died to something in raid.
I'll be making more Diablo 4.
My guy, like, even if you use all these excuses, are you really gonna follow up with I'm gonna make Diablo 4 content?
Black Desert, and maybe even World of Warcraft.
Okay, Black Desert, sure. I don't know enough about that game to make an argument, but Diablo 4, come the fuck on, dude. Wait, did he say World of Warcraft?
To like an overall MMO sphere instead, if that makes sense. I'll be making more Diablo 4, Black Desert, and maybe even World of Warcraft content, because the one time I did play it, I definitely enjoyed it.
So you had a new player experience, is what you're telling me. You had a new player experience in a new MMO. That's all I'm hearing right now. One time I played and I enjoyed it. Also, look, the boss kind of looks like Cyclops. I
kind of want to go back to it. And overall, just stuff that I...
He's gonna get bored in World of Warcraft so fast, isn't he? He's gonna reach max level, raid a bit, and then he's gonna get bored even faster than 14. Holy shit.
enjoy playing and creating. I've always felt this...
Unless he's gonna go the Desperious route and just try to, like, see what sticks. Have a random fucking PvP rankings video.
weird kind of pressure to provide Final Fantasy content, because that's what everyone is mostly subscribed for. I don't plan on making any FF videos until Dawn Trail. I love the game a lot. I just need a genuine break from it and hopefully come back less jaded.
See, that's all this fucking video was about. You're tired of the game, you're bored, you have nothing to do, you need a break. Don't make fucking excuses that you have a house or whatever other fucking excuses that people agree or disagree. No, you're just tired. You're bored. That's it. You want to play something else, and that's fine. That's it. Literally, no one's gonna think any less of you, but people will think any less of you if you're gonna bring an entire fucking gaggle of fucking arguments and excuses. That's all you had to say. This video is literally like 10 minutes too long, because just within 2 minutes you could have just said like, I've played this game, but I'm just not finding fun in it. I feel tired, and I want to come back to it later with a fresher mind. That's it. All these fucking excuses and finger pointing. It's like, I don't know, man. Especially if you're moving from this game to Diablo 4, man. I guess I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
A lot of the stuff I complain about is the reason why I'm not playing the game. If you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, that's it. Oh. Raijin. Oh, okay. Sorry, right. In every single one of the I am quitting FFXV videos, they all gotta just randomly throw in a segment insulting our peers, followed by some form of not trying to shit talk shit, just my opinion. That is true, man. That is true. Right. Let's see his funny Q&A. Okay. Let me make sure you guys see it as well. Okay. Q&A. I looked at your logs. You didn't do the tier or any ultimate. I did the entirety of E1S or E12S on stream, and there are VODs on my YouTube of it. Okay, we're gonna check that in a bit. I'm not trying to prove him wrong, but at this point I need receipts, because otherwise I don't know if he's, you know, knows what the fuck he's talking about. I also did Uwu in 4 hours of prog, VOD on my Twitch. We're gonna look at that in a bit, Chad, don't worry. Logs are obsolete. It's a random... Okay, this is just like... opinion on logs that doesn't fucking... Nobody asked for. Logs are obsolete. It's a random number based on other people submitting... Yeah, because that's how people know if they're good enough, when they compare themselves to others. I've never had BIS, so my logs will naturally be low. Nobody gives a shit. We just need to see if you've done content. You're like, immediately, someone said, I looked at your logs, you didn't do the tier or any ultimate. He's throwing in extra fucking excuses. My logs don't matter. Also, my logs are low because I don't have BIS. Okay. How can you say this when you haven't rated at the top level? You don't need to be... You need to do it to be an analytical coach. Again, you need experience to be a coach. You need to be, you know, a specialist in something. Because if you haven't done content, at least you need to show like receipts that you're experienced. Again, coaches fucking played before. They have experience. They're either used to be analysts or anything else. They become coaches for a reason. They get hired for a higher paycheck for a reason. You aren't actually quitting. I haven't played FFXA probably since a month after Crystalline Conflict came out. Yeah, we know that's not true. Want to know why? I resubbed for 1 day to play Fall Guys. Yeah, exactly. This is my reasoning here. He has so much footage of Fall Guys. You can't tell me you are this fucking bored of the game. You left when Crystalline Conflict came out. We know that's not true because he released a video fucking, you know, after that. Okay, let's say he, you know, made a video out of previously made footage, but like I resubbed for 1 day to play Fall Guys. For someone who made so many excuses to leave, you're literally gonna use this as an excuse that you came back? Okay. Rah, there is so much content, what do you mean? How are you commenting? I like that he's having arguments with himself now. He's literally, rah, there is so much content, what do you mean? How are you commenting this when within the first 15 seconds of the video, I state on 3 different occasions that the game doesn't have content for me? By the way, no, you commented like midway through the video. You literally started throwing shade at the game. But specifically the arguments, my opinion, or anything else came midway through the video. Unless I'm misremembering, but it only stood out to me mid-video. It doesn't offer me anything, and that everything in the video is in my opinion. Okay, coach, if you say so. including the description of this video. Good opinion, okay. I wanted to make this video for those who expect 14 content. I will no longer be focusing on whatever I do feel that I want to create or something. My channel was never meant to be solely FFXIV, which is fair, okay? Which is fair if your channel wasn't meant for that. I just make things for fun. No matter what I play, I want to go back to that instead of feeling pressure to post stuff I think will want to see. I mean, again, that's fair, but you like a lot of your hey, it's like breaking up with someone. You know, like, it's not you, it's me. I think you're a cunt, but I believe you deserve to be happy. like 8 minutes of that video did not need to be in there if you wanted to see this, if you wanted to post stuff like this. Like, I don't want to feel pressured to post stuff XIV players will want to see. You don't know what XIV players want to see. You barely have experience in the game yourself at this point. I hope you understand. Sure, I understand, man. Also, fuck Emily. Who the fuck is Emily? I wish I knew about whatever the fuck the drama was. Alright, what did I want to see? Okay.
Today is the day we've all...
Shush. Shush for 2 seconds. Eden. I don't see it. Okay, so let's say I cannot find Eden, right? Let's just scroll down. 1 year ago, FFXIV role players, adventure plays. Isn't this literally what he fucking complained? Okay, whatever. FFXIV in a nutshell, dysfunctional. He literally, for someone who complains about being AFK in Limsa, he does make a lot of fucking content about it. 2 years ago. No, wait, hold on. So he doesn't have any fucking... Okay, maybe there's shorts? No, there's no streams.
Today is the...
No, shut up. So there's literally no proof about him clearing anything from Eden. Hold on. UNS. E12S. Nothing. Wait, hold on. So he talked shit. I'm not seeing any videos. Chad, am I fucking stupid? Hold on. 2 years ago. Okay, so it's barely like... So there's literally no proof that he cleared. What the fuck, my guy? Why are you... Did you roleplay your fucking description? Okay, and, you know, his whole coach mentality, he did talk about clearing... We're just checking his claims, right? We're gonna check his claim that he cleared Ubu in 4 hours. And there's a reason I'm bringing this up, because I watched that video before, and I enjoyed watching that prog, right? But now, after what he said, and him using that as an argument, I'm angry with him. So, oh, there you go. The video, two years ago, and he was a VTubist as well. Let's check. Okay.
Back to 3.
Ah!
And then to B.
Oh, no!
Stack tight.
That is easier to see if you got your option. I guess, yeah.
I was doing so
Alright.
well, fuck.
But everyone's moving in
between
the same
B and
direction, doesn't
C.
matter.
That is early.
Oh, God.
It's fine.
Should be in time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in time. Good.
Alright, party when we get knocked back. After we get knocked back, we're gonna run north toward 2. Okay, get ready to run. Not yet, not yet. Okay, now north toward 2. Break these. Alright, we're gonna be between 1A and 2 this whole time. So just listen to callouts and you'll be fine. This is just a nerves check. Okay, we're gonna wait here, and we're gonna watch for which thing. Make sure you move with the party. Okay, right, left, right. Stay here. And mitt. And then we're gonna go back to 1. and hit sprint. When you drop, run to 2. Run to 2. Alright. Wait here, and then we're gonna go stand near A. Alright, stand near A. Watch the Garuda circle. As soon as it disappears, move in. It's very quick. Alright, get ready to move in. Wait here until the scream. Wait here until the scream. Scream. Alright, pots.
What the fuck? Yo. Don't make music louder. We're observing. You're gonna scare the pigeons. Well, the ladies got it out. Yeah, the callos are really fucking on point. The callos literally carry the entirety of that phase.
Let's go!
That was a good clear. Chad, for a first clear, that clear was really good. But you can see like the prog mindset and everything.
Congrats on your first ultimate.
Oh my god!
Congrats on your first ultimate. 2 years ago.
How'd it feel? How'd you like the primal roulette? Isn't that fun?
Doesn't have experience with primal roulette. He was there's a reason he said 4 hours. This is a clear for 1. This is 7 people helping this guy prog. That's what happened. There's a reason prog went that fast. And there's a reason it's Uwu. Uwu can be carried so much by clean callouts. Like, that entire phase has been carried, like, sure, 2 parts of ultimate weapon cannot be carried by that. Actually, no. 2 parts and other 2 parts can really, but kind of can be. Like, so let's say he progged, like, specifically to the end of, like, suppression or something. Primal Roulette clearly was carried by callouts. Because, like, sometimes he was literally just, like, stopping to DPS clicking with his mouse and some skills as well.
That was something. That was something.
Easiest part of the fight, though, right?
Yeah.
Other than your heart beating out of your chest, you know.
My heart is racing right now. Like, I was like... Oh,
The shakers are always the best part of a clear.
oh my breathing's all sporadic too. Holy shit.
Good shit, though.
That was it. Did I die that run?
You have. You were pushed into a wall, if you remember.
I don't know if I died. I think I died
I think
once.
you
One
died
time.
once.
Who wants to guess why he's wondering if he died that run?
That
I'll
was, yeah,
take
that
it.
was
You
during
died
Ultima.
at the end of suppression. You died at the end of suppression.
Oh my god.
We
Look how many fucking legends are in here, by the way, by the weapons.
were yelling at you to LB because I think your damage might have been the lowest.
He's so new to this fight. He doesn't have an optimization. He doesn't have a rotation. Sorry, he doesn't have the memory yet for this fight. That his group of 7 carries literally is telling him, you probably should LB because you're already the lowest damage anyway.
On Ultima,
Yeah.
and it like
I think so.
when he starts enraging, he pulls the people that deal had like the lowest damage.
Yeah.
So like eventually it would have picked you. Yeah.
I think I accidentally started like...
It's okay to be great, yes. But this does not validate what he's talking about. Him clearing this fight in 4 hours with 7 helpers, and him literally being carried because the callout carried a lot of this fight, and because even his team literally says, like, we're telling you to LB because, quite frankly, you're doing the lowest damage anyway. So you might as well LB. You would be, killed next.
You know what?
And he claims to be a fucking coach. So, Chad, do you think this validates his position as a fucking coach? Because he cannot back up he's eaten Savage experience because he claimed he has videos, yet there are none. He cleared Ubu in 4 hours by his claim, but this run is literally being carried by 7 other legends. That literally carried by callouts and literally like they literally had to navigate who does most damage for fucking limit breaks as well. It's like, congrats, you got the shakies, but what the fuck have you been doing for the other 2 years after this? Chad, don't bully. Like, congrats on the clear and all that, but it's like, again, this is the experience he is claiming that is, you know, carrying his arguments. You cleared one ultimate with the help of 7 other people. If you cleared it within 4 hours, your experience is literally just going to be very irrelevant and just like lacking a lot of the prog that you are missing. Yeah, it's like you used a lot of excuses just to fucking quit this game when you could have just said, I'm not having fun, I'll come back later, I want to do something else, and that's it. No one would think any less of you, but you made so many fucking stupid excuses. And now it's like, most people will literally not think highly of you because of that. It's like, and we both know, if he ever sees this video or whatever, that you're gonna make excuses and point it that it's other people's fault and not yours, rather than admitting that you're just not having fun. Like, this whole conversation could have been so fucking simple. I'm not having fun. I'm leaving. I might come back later, but I'm just not having fun. That's it. You don't... Whatever fucking excuse you're gonna use this time, but it's like... It's pointless. It's pointless.